Good evening. Today is January 16th, and I will be dropping this episode. But I also just finished recording a episode / interview for Love Thyself podcast. So be on the lookout for that. I will post it on my page with the link once she releases the episode. So we had a good conversation. So hopefully you guys will tune into that and enjoy that as well. But I also wanted to make an episode for my podcast today. So I'm going to get into it. And a couple of things I want to touch on. First is that today is a full moon. No, it's not. Sorry. Tomorrow is the first full moon, January 17th. So it says, for the first full moon of 2022, affirm, I honor my deepest feelings and allow myself to embrace everything that rises. I realize my power and know that I am still safe. Some affirmations are: seek the softer, more comforting side of life, or messages, recognize personal power and own it. Get deep and intimate with emotions. Don't be afraid to set healthier boundaries with loved ones. So this is the Cancer full moon occurring January 17th, as I said. It's the first full moon of the year. So what does it say? The caption says, full moons tend to raise intense feelings. This one is extra due to the influence of Cancer, because we know, like, a lot of times they say Cancers are very emotional. And yeah. So we will be guided to speak our truth and express our deepest feelings, even the hard stuff. This lunation aligns with Pluto, the planet of death, so be ready to confront your shadow side. Dark secrets could be exposed. Cancer energy is all about feeling the feels, so there could be lots of drama, especially now that it's Mercury retrograde as well. Getting our point across clearly could be challenging. Be sure to use compassion and empathy when communicating. This is a powerful full moon to recognize our personal power. Thank God I'm off tomorrow. The Cancer-Capricorn polarity will have us sitting on a seesaw ride between our needs and wants at home, Cancer, and our public status and responsibilities, Capricorn. Just like the Two of Pentacles, finding a better balance between work and home life. How can we juggle both without either suffering? This is how the universe shows us what isn't working and what we still need to release. Our intuition is strong at this time and can be utilized by trusting your higher self. Crab influence can make us a bit fearful of uncertainty. Face rising fear with courage and learn to trust yourself more. As cheesy as it sounds, you are stronger than you realize. Accept where we are on our path. Release the old pain. Trust that you are divinely protected. Wishing you a beautiful full moon. Happy Sunday. So that's the message. It's from this page that I follow called Moon and Cactus. She does a lot of horoscopes and full moon information, like astrology stuff. Sorry. So first full moon tomorrow. So manifest, practice, manifest whatever it is that you want to release or come into your life, and honor your feelings when you're doing so, and yourself and your power, because you do have power. And whatever it is that you speak for yourself and manifest, okay? So what I wanted to talk about was a post. And now I see, okay, sorry. I'm going to read the post, and I will make sure to share what book this is from. I don't have the book myself. I'm going to get it, though. It was from something that I saw on Twitter, and it says, Trusting the Unseen. I am sure you have been in situations in which something you wanted manifested unexpectedly. You probably have met someone who changed your life in the most unusual way. This is the power of trusting the unseen. When you want to manifest something, you have to start operating on a spiritual level. You can't expect to know exactly how something will happen. If you knew, you would probably limit yourself to a comfortable position. This is why the universe works in mysterious ways. You get aligned to people, opportunities, and great blessings in ways you can't predict. It just happens, and you're in the right place at the right time. This is the kind of power that is supporting you. This is the source that is with you and has access to a greater vision. When you trust in it, you will see yourself succeeding and creating the life you want. People who want to control how something happens limit themselves to what they already know. Your mind has to be able to flow with the universe in order to be able to receive unexpectedly. What the source wants to provide for you might be bigger and better than what you think you need and deserve. When you set your intention on manifesting, put it into the hands of the source. Let the alignments happen. Let yourself be surprised. When you trust in the unseen, you trust in your ability to manifest. Lose the feeling of having to obsess over how and when something will happen. Don't limit yourself. Believe in your greatest vision and trust that the universe will assist you in manifesting it. After you put your manifestation out into the universe, start relaxing and being happy about it. And it goes on, but I can't see the rest. But the basis of it is the idea of trusting the unseen, something I feel like we talk quite a lot. I talk a lot about on this podcast. So there are a couple of points that were made that I'm going to highlight and then wrap it up. This is episode more so like a message just to kind of get out to you guys. So the power of trusting the unseen, I feel like I've definitely felt that power and talked about it. Even recently, like I told you guys about me getting my job and how, I didn't see it completely. I had that still small bit of hope, which helped me to be able to get to where I am now. So definitely trust the unseen. And I feel like the idea of trusting the unseen is just basically having faith in God, because we can't see everything that's going to happen or that is happening. So you just have to really trust in God and put your faith in God that you're in the right place at the right time. You're going to get everything that you desire in your heart. You just have to do right by yourself and do right by people, and you'll be guided to where you need to be. So you can't expect to know exactly how something will happen. If you knew, you would probably limit yourself to a comfortable position. Definitely agree with that, because I feel like if you already know, I feel like when for myself, I say a lot of times, something I manifest or that I really desire or pray for, I have this the ability to say, I know it's going to come. If it's for me, it's coming, right? But there's always still that percentage that I know what I'm desiring is coming. I just don't know in what form, because it still has to be aligned with what God has for me. So that I don't know. And I agree that if we did know exactly what was coming, why would we as humans put in any work? Why would we have faith? Because if we have the ability to just say what we want and it comes, then why would we need to believe in anything or believe in a higher self or believe in God or anything to help us, or to guide us or to be a part of our life, if we think that and we knew that the power of our mouth, all you had to do is say what you want and it just comes there, then what would be the point of needing to believe in anything else? So I definitely agree with that. We as humans would get comfortable and not, step out of our comfort zone to get the things that we want, or, put in effort to get things that we want, because we would be just too comfortable with getting whatever it is that we want. So people who want to control how something happens limit themselves to what they already know. Again, like I was saying, it's like the comfort zone. If you when you try to control everything, first of all, you can't control everything, because everything in your life, no matter what, always has to do with someone else or something else. And you can't control other people. You can't control what other people do. You can't control what they feel, what they, any choices that they make with their lives or something. So it's like I don't want to say a domino effect, but it's like that ping pong. Like, there's no real way to control everything in your life. Again, if we could control everything in your life, you would just do whatever it is that you want, and you wouldn't be fulfilling your soul's purpose on this earth, that we don't know. That's the whole point of us being here, is to figure it out along the way. But if we already knew what we're here for, as soon as you got here, then you'd hurry up and leave, because you would just do what you need to do and bounce, But that's the whole point, is that you come here and you have life, you have an experience, and along the way you learn about yourself, you learn about other people, and you learn new things, and you're able to, the more you learn, to not limit yourself to things that you already know. Because if you already know it, you got to move on to learn new things. You always should be learning new things as adults, as people. You always want to learn new things. You never want to stay stagnant and learning the same, or just like, all right, well, I've already mastered it, so now I don't have to do anything. Like, there's always something to learn. There's no possible way that anybody knows everything. If you know everything, then you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, really. So what the source wants to provide for you might be bigger and better than what you think and need and deserve. This can be in any aspect, for sure, because, again, like I was saying, we can have a desire in our hearts about something that we want, but it might not align with what God has for your entire life. Like, you might be in your 20s right now, or 30s like me, but I don't know what my life's going to be like 10 years from now or 20 years from now. I have an idea of what I want it to be, but there might be things that are coming to me, like blessings that are coming to me, that I probably right now I'm not really imagining for myself. Maybe I'm thinking small, and I think I'm thinking big, but God might have bigger for me, So I think it's about finding that balance of, yes, it doesn't mean not having desires at all, or needs, or just saying, okay, I'm not going to do anything. God's going to do everything and just give me everything. Like, no, you still have to have your wants and desires and express your manifestations, but also you should be more open than needy, in the sense of, like, yes, we can say, write down whatever it is that you might want, whether that be in a partner or a job or something like that. But also knowing that, okay, this is just a rough draft / like just an idea of what I want. But you still express to God that I want what God wants for me. I know for me, that's how I manifest. That's how I pray, is that I will say, God, these are the things, this is what I've done so far, or what I've gotten so far, and I'm thankful for it. But I also still would like to have these other things. And if it's your will for my life and a part of my, my alignment with my destiny, then I would like those things. And I just want what God wants for me. Like, that's something that that's just a personal thing, is that I just want what God wants for me, but in any aspect. And like, for my example, for my job, I thought I really wanted to work at the other place that I had told you guys about, that I had, had the interview. I had been wanting to work at that place for so long, and then it didn't work out. And, I thought that was going to be the big thing for me. And then look what I ended up getting, something even better that has way better, options, and just it's a better move. And I had never heard of this place before. I had never thought of doing this. I had never thought of doing this position in this area of profession. So it was like, it's bigger and better than what I thought I needed and deserved. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we as humans, we don't necessarily limit ourselves on purpose, but we only there's so many things that come into play with that, because at the time I was coming from a mindset of a lack mindset, or a survival mode. So when you're in survival mode, you're just like, yo, I gotta get out of what I'm in. So, hey, this looks good. Why not? But when you take the time to allow God to provide to you what you need and what you deserve, it's always going to be bigger and better than what you imagined. And I'm sorry, but for me, I'd rather get something bigger and better than what I think I need. Because what I think I need, God, you think what you know what you need and deserve, but God knows what you need and deserve. So I'm going to go with what God knows versus what I think, So always allowing, God to provide for you, even if that means waiting a little bit longer. And let yourself be surprised when you trust in the unseen. You trust in your ability to manifest. Again, like, you can manifest something, but more than likely, you'll be surprised at what it is. You might manifest something and it's not necessarily going to come exactly how you asked for it. It can come completely packaged and something that you never imagined, but it's always going to be good for you. It's always going to be good for you. You just have to trust in your ability to manifest it. So losing the feeling of having to obsess over how and when something will happen, don't limit yourself. Again, that will limit yourself, because when you're in that state of mind, you are not in a state, you're in a state of anxiety or a state of lack, and you will take whatever comes to you versus taking what you deserve. And, when you obsess over how and when, you're distracting yourself, and you're getting yourself out of alignment for what the universe is trying to put you into what you need. Don't worry about how you're going to get it. Don't worry about when it's going to come. Just know it's going to come. Know it's coming to you. You don't need to know how. You just need to be ready. Arms open and ready to learn, ready to embrace it, ready to enjoy it. So you can't enjoy it if you're obsessing and you're anxious and you're freaking out, and then you get sad, because say if it's like you're manifesting love, you're manifesting your partner. God's not going to send you your partner when you're all in the state of like, oh, when are they going to come? When are they, where are they, what do they look like? Are they going to come? Is it actually happening? And then you're going to, because then that gets you into either can be into a state of anger or depression, and no one's going to want to holler at you when you're like depressed. You know what I mean? No, God's not going to do that to them or to you. You want to be in your best state of mind and emotional state when you meet that person. So the more you just remind yourself, it's going to come, so, when it's going to come. So I better look good. I better be in my best state. I better be smiling. I better be happy. I better be doing things that make me look attractive, and not necessarily, when I'm saying attractive, it's not necessarily all just the looks. I mean, again, what is your state of mind looking like? If you're at the bar and you're like, woe is me, I more than likely, the person's not going to be like, oh, that's the girl I want, the one with their head down. No, they want the girl who's laughing and just enjoying life and sparking up conversations or whatever. And it's just it's an inviting aura. You want your aura to be glowing. You want your aura to be shining bright, dang, who is that? I gotta get over there. That's what you want, not somebody looking like Eeyore, woe is me, me personally, I'm not gonna go for that person either, so, just practicing and making sure that you are not obsessing over how and when, but just telling yourself that it's going to come. Whatever it is going to come. So don't limit yourself, because again, that is limiting yourself. When you obsess over something and you're in an anxious state of mind, which can put you into a state of anger or sadness, you limit yourself, because then, I'm saying, your person might have been in the same bar, but because you looking like you looking, now they're they're not really looking for you like that. And now you just limited yourself from meeting the person that you've been manifesting or what you've been manifesting for. So, I'm not saying that expecting you to always be in a state of happiness 24/7, but there's always something to be thankful for. There's always something to be happy for or look forward to, or, if you don't have anything to look forward to, just reflect on some good times. I don't know, but just try to stay balanced. Try to stay in a good state of mind or a state of thankfulness. Being thankful doesn't have to mean that you're bubbly. You could just be like, you could be chill and thankful, So it's just, you don't want to don't limit yourself. Just be in a state of gratefulness as much as you can, so that you can, like I always say, pack light. Like, you don't want to be holding on to old baggage, because if God throws you that bag, get the bag. You got to get the bag. You got to have your hands free. So the more you release and, be ready. Just be ready. You don't, what do they say? You don't have to get ready. Stay ready. You don't got to get ready. Stay ready, So, and believe in your greatest vision. Trust that the universe will assist you in manifesting it. Believe me, God knows what you want. God knows what's in your heart. God knows what you're manifesting. It's just the pieces are being put together so that you can get it. And God wants you to have the best of the best. So just don't limit yourself. Let it be, And after you put your manifestation out into the universe, you have to relax and be happy. Again, like I said, I'll use the example of a relationship, or, maybe a car or something. Maybe you want a new car. So you can write it down, manifest it. Tomorrow is the full moon. Manifest that. Manifest it. Say, right, what kind of car you want. Red, whatever, brand, the year, the windows tinted, whatever. Just write everything down of what you want the car to look like. Express gratitude for it in advance, but also say, I just want what God wants for me. And then just relax and be happy. Honestly, if it's really what you want, think about it. You really want this red. Okay, I'm going to talk about what I want. I want a black Range Rover, right? So after I write down what I want it to look like, the windows tinted, kitted out, the Bluetooth, everything, all the exclusive things added to it. After I write that out and express gratitude for, when it comes to me and how, I just want what God wants for me, if it's aligned for my life. After that, I'm about to be starting to be relaxed and be happy, because I'm thinking about myself driving in the range, so that's how you should be. Once you've manifested it, if it's really what you want, it should make you happy, because you're you should be in the mindset of ooh, I'm about to get what I want. I'm about to get what I'm asking God what I want, and I'm going to get it one way or another in some type of form. And it's going to be in a way that God knows is going to make me happy and fulfilled. So you should be happy about that and relax, having confidence about it. Not, you can't manifest it and then worry about, oh, well, do I really deserve it, or is it really going to come? Because then it's all right, forget it. You're not ready. You don't deserve, you don't want it, So I think that's kind of all I wanted to say about that. Just trusting in the unseen. So, the power is definitely in trusting in the unseen. I feel like even not even my own personal experiences, but just the past 2 years we've been in a pandemic. If that hasn't taught you to trust the unseen, then I don't know what can, because, there's a lot of things that has happened in between this time that many of us did not foresee, did not ask for. But I know for me personally, I learned so many lessons and I've had so many blessings that I would have never, that I had 2 years ago, I did not ask for. I did not think they would come in these forms. So, and I'm sure other people can relate to that too in their life. So my point is to just trust in yourself, trust in the universe, and trust that everything will happen the way it's supposed to be. You just gotta go with the flow and let things come into your life because you deserve it. And I can't make you believe it. Nobody else can make you believe it but you. If you believe that you deserve good things and you believe that good things will come to you, they will come to you. It's just you don't know when and how, but you still have to know at least that I deserve good things and they're going to come to me. So I'm just going to, in the meantime, I'm manifesting. I'm thankful for it, expressing gratitude ahead of time, and I'm making space too. Sorry, I just got excited about that. Yeah, you got to make space for it too. And that's why it's like, okay, like I said, with the new moon, like releasing the old things, releasing things that don't serve you so that you can have space for these new things that you asking for, you know? So if you asking for a new relationship or a loving, healthy relationship or something like that, but you still talking to your exes and stuff, or people that you know don't align with what you're looking for, you have to move them out of the way so that you can have the space for that person, you know? So do that too. Practice that, like making sure that you are making space. Like I said, pack light. Don't carry any baggage with you. Like, we're still in the beginning, still January, so you got time to get rid of the old things still and, you know, create your resolutions if that's what you want to do. But trust in the unseen, trust in yourself, trust in God and the universe, and trust that everything works out the way it's supposed to, because it will, whether you like it or not. It's at the end of the day, it's God's way. So you can say what you want, but it's going to be how it's going to be. So you just got to go with it and trust that even if you can't see right away why it's good for you, eventually the light will go off of, all right, this is why that happened, because I need to experience this, or I need to be here, or this needed to come to my life. So I hope this message resonated. I appreciate you guys listening. And like I said, I will post what I talked about tonight, but I also will post the link to listen to the interview that I was featured on in the Love Thyself podcast. And if you can, rate and review my podcast, The Black Hippie Lounge. I'm your host, Chanel. And don't forget to meditate, manifest, invest in you. And have a great Sunday. And tomorrow's Martin Luther King Day. So if you're off, do what you will with that. If you want to, you know, I don't know what you can do to celebrate that. But, yeah, so just hopefully you guys have a good Sunday, a good long weekend. And rest, you know, take care of yourself. Do something fun. Do something that you enjoy for yourself. And send me, if you want to be featured on the podcast, please let me know. I have spoken to someone, a listener, so I'm going to be trying to set up an interview with her soon. So I definitely want to collaborate with more people this year. So please let me know. I did get my mic. I just don't know how to set it up. So I'm going to work on that and hopefully be able to use it next episode. So I won't keep rambling. So again, like I said, hope you guys have a great Sunday. Hope good start to your week. Meditate, manifest, invest in you. Rate and review the podcast 5 stars. And leave a comment if you want to. DM me if you want to be featured. I appreciate you guys. And have a good night. Meditate, manifest, invest in you. Join me on my spiritual journey as I elevate myself and like-minded listeners to a higher level, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thank you for listening. This is Black Hippie Lounge, and I am your host, Chanel.